tonight. Coin, chart, and chat. We're going to get a whole bunch of stuff in as much as we can today. Tonight, I should say. And as usual, let me share my stream. Blah, blah, blah. I'll get the stream going. And we're going to check out some coin tonight. Some new stuff. Why did that do that? Let's see. Can I change that? We're going to look up some new coin, and we're going to go over some stuff that we were messing with last week. Just a little bit. Okay. So Bitcoin, by the way, has fallen below the major uptrend line. And that is not good. That's right here, by the way. So this right here, this orange line is the major uptrend line. This bottom line here would be support. Well, support 1, more or less. But you could have then, of course, like support number 2. So the point being is we still have some other areas that we need to fall through for this to be like overly important. But the fact of the matter is we did break the major uptrend line, okay? For this, that does not negate the fact, and I just wanted to point that out. All right, let's see. We'll get going in just a minute or two. And we're going to see what kind of options we have for Bitcoin and where it's at and where maybe it can go at this point. I hope we don't have too many issues with the main uptrend line being broken, but Den Master 5000, what's up, boy? Yes, sir, we are live. How's Denny? How's Looks doing? I haven't checked it out. How's it doing? I haven't looked at it. I get that joke off all the time, man. I am hilarious. Let's see. What happened to Looks, man? Damn, dude, it's all the way back at the beginning price. Icky, yucky, 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 gross. Get it out of here. What the hell, man? That's okay. Are you still you're still staking pretty decent rewards? I would imagine. I know the rewards usually, you know, a price is one thing, rewards is another, you know. All right. That's what I just said. That's what I was just saying. So like based off of, because I know you get a lot of staking, whatever. So I figured already based off of that, you're just, you know, building it up again, and you're probably making a lot. And so it doesn't matter if they're, you know, $3 or if it's what, $7. The fact of the matter is you're making more. That's exactly what I'm doing with metrics. Metrics, I get 4,500 every 2 days on metrics, right? Right now the price is 0.0022, I believe. But if price for which would be great, if price for metrics can get up to like a cent, yeah, I'd have something ridiculous. I'd have something like $500,000 or something. So trust me, I know what you mean. I'm just staking. Like, you know, price is not doing great. I own a ton. That's fine. So all I'm doing with whatever it's called, the governor node, is I'm just constantly getting new coin all the time. I expect price down honestly because people want to cash. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, everything's got a cycle, right? So if this is like a kind of a new coin, new concept coin, you're absolutely right. People, it's going to run the gambit. And sometimes that can take a long time. Sometimes that can take a couple months. So in this case, it already went back down to to the original price that it started at. But honestly, man, I really like everything they're doing. Like just going on that site, and that site like combined with NFTs and how NFTs are going to be such a big deal. I don't just get as many as you can. You know what I mean? Just stack that bad boy up because it's probably gonna, this price isn't gonna last forever. So it started out at this price. I'm sure it'll be fine. I actually like the coin a lot. I haven't invested anything yet, but I mean, honestly, if I was going to, now should be the time. I'm getting a little bit worried, man. I'm getting a little bit worried about BTC. This is not. I did not expect us to break that major trend line, to be perfectly honest. So I'm a little concerned. Yeah, I like it a lot. Like I said, maybe it can be something in the future, and like big time. You know what I mean? Hey, and again, just because I was talking about metrics, I hope the same thing with metrics. Just like I hope the same things with Saitama and Looks and anything else that we belong into. I want all this stuff to succeed. I mean, why not, right? And of course, Bitcoin and Bitcoin's price is going to factor into that. So we need Bitcoin to do well, and then we can do well. All right, boys and girls, we are going to start the show. Actually, let me open a window or two. It gets so hot in my room, man. All right, let's see what we can do. Okay, so this is Conquering Crypto Friday night. My name is DeMarco. It's Friday night. It's February 11th, and we're going to talk about some brand new coin that we've never gone over before. We're going to discuss Bitcoin and what's going on with this reversal, and do we have anything to worry about? Is this something we should even care about at all, or we just take it as price movement? That's going to be really interesting about what we see now and what's going to happen with it in the near future. We're going to go over LTC, SHIB, Sol, Ethereum, and the new guys are Rose, CRV, MIOTA, QNT, Waves, and KSM. Now, to be honest, I'm pretty sure I've gone over a couple of those before. But the reason we're going back over them is because they were part of the crypto bubbles, and today they had some of the highest negative price movement. And of course, buy low, right? So if we can find some good entry points and we think maybe some of these newer coin are going to be interesting, we can throw that on there as well, and we can see what's going to happen with those. Okay. So anyway, yeah, let's get the show started. Like and subscribe. You can find Conquering Crypto on Facebook, Discord, the Trading View is where I update a lot of stuff. We're on Instagram. If you want to tip me, you can tip me through Venmo. For everybody that's tipped before, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate that. And if this information helps you out, of course, like and subscribe. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right, let's get started. So here's the deal. Bitcoin is in a really interesting spot. Okay. We already know that we broke out. We already know, especially from how I've been talking about it alone, we already know how big of a deal this reversal is, right? I mean, just knowing that this can be the start of it, the start of the reversal. Let me get some of this stuff off. I was trading all day today. I put out a thing on SHIB that had to do with a short, and I made like 150, 200 bucks, and I feel like an idiot because I guess I got out of the trade too soon or something, because it kept falling and falling, and I'm like, man, could have been another 200-300 bucks, man. And I'm like, shit, son of a bitch. But whatever, that happens. Yeah, so I was able to get out like here, and I did a 50 times. So I tried to snag a few extra bucks. I did get an extra 200. I shouldn't be complaining. Don't be greedy, right? But I feel like I could have made double that easily just by not selling. But I got nervous. What are you going to do? All right. So what do we want to do about Bitcoin? Let's map some stuff. So what do we know? We have our breakout, right? We broke out not long ago, February 4th. So what's that, like 2 weeks ago? So this is still totally new. Now, we were able to get above the main uptrend line, and that is this bad boy right here. Okay, see this guy right here? Yeah, let's do my voodoo. Let's see what we can come up with, dude. Well, so we already know this broke out. Okay, so step one, to me, the reversal is 110% still on. Nothing has changed. Just the way that this is moving is absolutely the way it should be moving. It's the way we want it to move for a reversal. And the bottom line is we know that, right? Okay, so since we know that, we broke the major uptrend line. Okay, we did break it. See that? See, we did break it. So if I take this into perspective and say we also broke 45K, okay, we broke it. We didn't go past it and turn it into anything. All we did was pierce it, right? So, whoop, and all you can see is pretty much just a wick through 45. We did get a little bit higher and stayed up there a couple days ago above 45, but my point is we didn't stay up there too long, okay? If we didn't stay up there too long, let's get a line up there. Let's say that is a nice resistance line right now. Like, I'm comfortable with that, you know? Let's get that as a nice resistance line. So now if we're going to be at this point, I know I made a video earlier, but we're going to kind of do that same thing. And if you didn't see that, it deals with boxing in price to use as patterns. So for those of you that don't do TA, there's patterns. You want to trade all these patterns, right? Well, I like to trade the triangle, the wedge, and the channel. And you can use the channel as like a box. So what the heck am I talking about? Hey, why don't you just show us, DeMarco, instead of talking? Okay, you got it. So this is going to be our support and resistance box. Now, what's interesting is the major uptrend line goes directly through this box. So that is weird. And that's like no joke. That's really strange. That's not usual. That's not something that typically happens. You normally don't see consolidation happening on a major uptrend line. You know what I mean? You don't see it. I mean, and at the same time, we're maybe not actually literally like on the line doing consolidation, but this is close enough. We have this whole rectangle here. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a box of resistance and support. This, to me, I'm just going to consider consolidation as a whole. I'm not going to let the major uptrend line scare me because it's contained already in this price. It did not fall below 42. So 41,945 is the lowest that fell. So to me, this is no big deal. And you know why? Because we could have fallen even further. We could have fell to another support back down at 41,300. Sorry, 41,300. So this is no big deal. Am I worried about this? To be perfectly honest, no, I'm not. I was earlier when I checked it out, but this is just consolidation. The fact that it's on the major uptrend line is interesting. Very interesting. So I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but we're going to keep tracking it like that, and we're going to see what happens. But for right now, all I hope we do is we stay inside of this box. So do you see this? So guys, if we can stay between that 4,200 for the most part, 4,200 and 45,900. So it's a little specific. So long as we're staying inside of this box, we're okay. I'm not worried about it. Guess what? So if we continue inside this box, what are we doing? Let's look. We already made the path before, right? But let's be honest about it. Broke out, right? What do we want? We want our staircase, right? So boom, broke out, started to develop. And look, if we even get to the end of this consolidation level, we're not headed on the way down. So what would be important is I want to make sure we definitely bounce off of this support line down here and pick back up. So long as we do that, this is no big deal. Hopefully, Bitcoin keeps this track. I hope the staircase keeps coming. If the staircase keeps coming, the reversal is officially here. I'm not going to peg it until I see a lot of confirmation that says, absolutely, the reversal is here. Happy days are here again. Shoot off your fireworks. Slap your mama. Whatever you feel good about when it comes to Bitcoin, as long as we're headed in the bull direction, happy days. All right, so we got a little BTC in. Let's get into Ethereum. Now, this is the first time I've looked at Ethereum since we did together. I have not even looked at Ethereum. So now this is still interesting. Look at this. So for those of you that remember the other day when we were actually talking about Ethereum, do you remember these lines I made? Okay, we're going to go back over this real quick. I made lines very specifically for a very specific reason. Right here and right here. Okay. Ethereum might be better than BTC, but BTC still controls the market. I like Ethereum better too, just as a whole. But I know Bitcoin's the Mac Daddy, so we can't deny Bitcoin its respect, if you will. You know what I mean? But yeah, Ethereum's fantastic. But let's look, man. Something interesting happened because I said you can trade this anywhere after this breakout, so long as it doesn't get back in the pattern, so long as it doesn't fall past this new reversal line. So you see this line right here? Beautiful reversal line. If Ethereum can figure out their gas issue, I think they'll be even stronger than they are. But I mean that's what stops me from even using it for a lot of things. I just started playing a brand new game. It's called like Clash of Streamers, and of course it features NFTs and stuff like that. And of course it uses Ethereum. So when you go to do some stuff on OpenSea, it's like, yeah, do you want to sell something? Sure, yeah, let's have you sell something. Throw that NFT up there. Oh, but before you can do that, you got to pay us like $80 in gas. It's like, jeez. I know they got all these plans. To make it better, faster, whatever, all this stuff unrolled. I'm just talking about right now. That's how it's going. It's not very it's not very efficient financially to constantly pay those fees, and I think they know that, and I'm sure this is being worked on, like you're saying, Ethereum 2.0. So at least what's nice is we know that it's going to be fixed in the future, and it's just not the way it is now. So, which does stink for those that want to get into NFTs, I think, for the moment, a little bit, because those prices are so big. But of course, that doesn't mean they need to buy an NFT on the Ethereum network. They can buy an NFT like I do. I use a Binance Smart Chain. I've used Solana. So there's other ways that they can do it. But just because Ethereum, that's where all the big boys are, your crazy apes, your zombie apes. The apes I know are the biggest ones. So just because the apes are on the Ethereum network, that's like where all the cool kids are. That's where all the big money is. You know what I mean? So a lot of these other chains are getting kind of sidelined at the moment. Ethereum's the Mac Daddy. I think Sol is going to be huge too, as well, man. I think Sol is going to be a big deal, and that's why I've put a good amount into Solana. Actually, I control some stuff, or help control some stuff for my family, and I have them invested a ton in Sol, and hopefully it works out. I'm personally in it too, so it's like, hopefully everything takes off together and it just keeps going. But I think it's going to be great. So Ethereum, real quick, Ethereum did not break. Look at this. It did not break. I mean, if you want to say that it did right here, that little tiny baby speck, I would say don't even count that. But the point is okay, we had our chance to buy before, right? So of course we said we're putting our order in. Denny, I'm pretty sure you were actually here, but we use this as like an area of entry and exit, right? Or I'm not sure if we did it live, or I'm not sure if I did it in the video. Anyway, so what we did is we did Ethereum as, if this is the spot where Ethereum is good, these would be the places that you want to get out of it as it goes up bull. And of course, if it enters the pattern or it breaks the reversal line, Now get out, right? Well, for those, because I'm sure maybe at least one of you did. So for anybody that bought that, I hope they didn't sell, because actually this looks like the perfect area to dollar cost average and actually get more, because it's lower and because it hasn't broken any of the lines since we've talked about it. So that's honestly kind of a big deal, because as long as these lines aren't broken, it's on its way up. Now, what it literally have to do at this point is this, right? In order to not break it, boom, before it hits something like 33.70. So it's an interesting scalp. Uh, I don't know if it's going to work out that way. I can just tell you that this reversal line has definitely a good amount of touches on it. Pickle. Yeah, we'll write it down. That's just a coin. I think I've heard of that. You might have actually mentioned it. Pickle. Yeah, we'll check that out. That sounds good. Oh, Pickle Finance. So yes, it was you, I think, that was talking about it. You're the one that mentioned it in our chat. Yeah, let's check it out. Let's see. You know what? We'll go over it now. Is this like a staking farm? What is this? Enter at. Cool. So Pickle is the coin for Pickle Finance, and it looks like, I guess they do boost. Do they do I guess it's just staking, it's not even swapping. In a pickle jar. Okay, interesting. Pickle power, current weights. So do they have a specific section for looks? Is that how it works? Is there like... See, I haven't bounced around here yet, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on. But dill. Pickle balance. Is dill another coin? Do they have dill as another coin? That's pretty funny. So Pickle Finance. Then I get Pickle staking. Looks well. They have strategy where to spend your Ethereum payouts automatically. Interesting. So what's it now? Pickle jars? I see the jars up top. Is it this, I guess? I see like the APY. that's I like that a lot. You stake your pickle and get dill. So dill is another coin, or dill is a currency only for the pickle this? Those aren't bad APRs. 90% on this one using sushi. Cool. There's looks right there. So am I passing it? Oh yeah. All right. Oh yeah. So you had talked to us a little bit about the APY, APR, the staking percentage. Man, that's solid. Is that so? That's basically this what it's been. Oh, cool. Very cool. I got to look into this stuff a little bit more. I've been focus. Yeah, right. I can speak English. I've been focused so much on forex and getting into this group, this traders group that I've been focused on forex like hardcore. Cool, man. Well, yeah. If you're getting that kind of staking, then absolutely keep going with that. And we did look at looks in the beginning. We'll go over that real quick. Looks, I guess, is automatically back down to where its price initially started. Yeah, right. Because it reinvests for you too, I imagine, right? I know it had something to do, I'm sure, with the payouts. If you're looking to get into looks, just like Denny has, by the way, price is all the way back down right now. This is also one of the things that he is staking specifically on Pickle Finance. So if that's something that you are interested in, definitely check that out, because right now would be another really nice price to get looks in. So that's the reason why I'm mentioning that again. All right, let's go over some new stuff. Let's go over some new coin now. Some stuff that honestly I've never heard of. So the first one we're going to go over is Rose. It says the Oasis Network. I've never heard of that. I've never really checked it out. That's a nice uptrend. That's a really nice uptrend on Rose. Now, we don't know anything about it. I don't personally, anyway. Oasis Network, if you wanted to check it out, it would be Rose USDT and on CMC. While we're taking, I've never heard of it either. This is called Rose. Priced at 30 cents approximately right now. On this mapping, it started at like 4 cents, something like that. Let's do Rose CMC. Let's check it out. Oasis Network. This is it right here. Now, I don't know what it does. I'm sure it's got all the blockchainy stuff, and I'm not going over all that. So if you wanted to check that out more, Oasis Network, Rose is the actual the call letters. It's on a lot of spots. I might check that out. Only 30 cents. I might have to read into it a little bit more. So that's our first one, Rose. Second one is CRV. CRV, I'm almost positive I went over before. Yep, here it is. But again, the reason we're going over this is to possibly try and find some kind of discounts in the market right now, especially if BTC is not taking off. And hopefully some of these prices we can get into now, because honestly, a lot of the market has still gone down recently, especially in the past 24 hours. Things are down like 5%, maybe more from where they were. I think I got a message that Ethereum was down like 10%, something like that. So this is CRV, Curve DAO token. It was in this really nice wedge, almost triangle, and it did totally break out of it, but it's been kind of wishy-washy since then. Price is now currently at 2.9. That would be like a nice medium price. I don't know if that would mean it's a good time to buy on this right now because it's in the middle. So it all depends on how you feel about how Bitcoin's going to do. Would depend on how well you work out with something like this. That's what I would imagine. Let's give it a look-see real quick. This is it right here. Curve DAO token. I know you guys can't see the top, but Curve DAO token. This is it. 287 currently. Top DeFi, top project, 9 hours. I'm so glad they added this token chat into CMC so you can see other people's thoughts. It's been interesting. Let's see, trading volume, almost 350 mil. Okay. Market cap, 1.2 billion. Okay. So there you go. CRV, we've gone over that before. Could be something interesting. Like I said, price is in the middle right now. Price is right here, which means the lowest it ever got was 32 cents. The highest it ever got was almost 7. So right now it's just under 3, so it's a little bit less on the average. So if you wanted to get into that, it could be, it's a little bit on the low medium side. That medium low side, we'll say. I sound like I'm talking about a friggin' oven. Or like a stovetop heater. Put it on medium high and just, get a little bit, put it on medium high, put that one on medium low. All right, let's keep going. So the next one, I don't think I've ever checked out. The next one is MIOTA. Hmm. So maybe it was IOTA and the M is not supposed to be. Ah, interesting. Yeah, this is the one that it. This is it. So it's actually IOTA. Have I done this one before? No, IOTX. So IOTA, apparently there just isn't much going on about it, like at all. But the reason that we're looking at it is because it made the top of the crypto bubbles list. So I just figured we were giving things a shot. Highest it got IOTA 1.8. This is on KuCoin, by the way, and the lowest it has gotten is 70. Um, if we go to IOTA, oh, so there's another name that's coupled with it, MIOTA. Yeah, so I guess it's the same thing. The IOTA plus the MIOTA, I guess, is the same thing. The way it seems. That's the way it's showing it up here. To see right here, no, you guys can just see it barely. See that right there? So it's also considered that, I guess. Let's see. Valentine's airdrop. Just people talking about the coin. $2.4 billion market cap. Okay, there you go. That's our next one. That's MIOTA. Again, we don't go over all of the white papers and stuff because that would just take way too long. So we don't go over all the white papers and all that crap because it would just take a while. That's why when we go over this stuff, we just go over price, chart, that's it, move on. If you want to do specific white paper homework, you are more welcome to. I just want to make these coin more known because there's just so many. The next one is going to be QNT. Like there are thousands and thousands of coin now. So it's like you constantly have to see what's doing what. What's on DeFi? What's on an exchange? What can I trade? What? How much is this? What's the swap rate? It goes on and on and on, and there's so many of them. It's hard to keep track of. So there's a little bit of a reversal going on right now with QNT. If we take a look here, it's not a very good one. But we've noticed that we don't have a lot of very good reversals on a lot of these prices. But the fact of the matter is they still are in reversal. That doesn't negate that. They're just not very good reversals, like Ethereum. Ethereum's in a reversal, but it's not a good one. Bitcoin's in a reversal, and it is a good one. Okay, Bitcoin's is good, Ethereum's is weak. QNT is like Ethereum's. This is weak. So we can turn this into a pattern if we want. And you see right here why this would have been the breakout point. See there? So you can now say, since we have a second point that was kind of just developed, you could say if you wanted to trade QNT, let's look at this real quick. And you guys can set them up yourself. So this here would be the reversal point. Okay, that's where you want it to stay above. We went over this exact same thing with Ethereum, and it's going to be the same deal here. We want to keep price within this area. Since it can't go backwards, we want it to stay above this line. And if it does, you're going to make money. If it falls below that line, just like Bitcoin had recently, and it's still working with, there's a possibility where a big fall could totally happen. So that is QNT. We'll go look at QNT real quick on CMC, coin market cap. So this is, did I click on the wrong thing? That can't be right. QNT. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so Quant, it's worth 129 right now. In the last month or so, you can see they were worth 168. Right now, it's at 130. Quant, I don't even know what Quant does. I've been trading it. I know a little bit about it price-wise because I've traded it. Came out in 2018. Market cap 1.5 bill. Okay, interesting. More launched. I'd like to see how much is going on too in this chatter because when you have a lot of chatter, that means that the coin's being looked at. Uh, it's popular. Sometimes that means it can go and run away bull runs. Now, of course, we haven't seen much of that anyway in a while, but it can happen with more popular things. I mean, that's how SHIB worked. The next one's gonna be waves. Oh, and again, QNT. It's in reversal. It's in a pretty much a triangle pattern now. Hopefully, it continues on the bull run. I think that's going to really depend on what Bitcoin does. So much of this right now is sitting on what Bitcoin is going to do. That's going to change things. So yeah, so much of this is going on with what Bitcoin. It's going to react to how Bitcoin acts. I should say waves. And I think I've gone over waves before, actually. It's probably a while ago. I'm sure I've gone over this like once before. Let's see. So this goes all the way back to July of 2020. So that's a couple years ago. Highest it ever got was 42. Lowest that ever got on this mapping anyway is 1.4. That's a pretty big difference. And price right now is underneath $10, which means it is several times less than its high. Will this turn back into something? Can't tell you. It is funny enough. Well, actually, this one's kind of hard to get a trend line on. Let's get something in there. Yeah, so this would be the beginning of the trend. So the uptrend broke not too long ago, and of course that means price can be in trouble. So the uptrend broke here. That happened December 11th of 2021. So of course that's not too long ago. That's a couple months ago. Yeah, price right now $9. Let's look at the visual range. I'm actually curious about what it looks like on here. Where were the more important areas? So the more important areas on waves was actually when it first started and the area it's in right now. Now, of course, it spent a lot of time here. So the bad news is, you see, we spent a good amount of time up in this area with waves. Look at this. Okay. That's actually a good amount of time up here. So as a whole, we'll say that's like 1/3 of the time. So 1/3 of the time, waves has been between 20 and 40. Okay. But look, it has not attracted more buyers and sellers. Or more importantly, at this level would be buyers because most people want the price to go up. So just see how the visual range tells you that this might not get strength. It needs to constantly pick up this top area. Look, it even dropped off up here, which means that people started to leave in droves after $15. That's what you can look at the visual range and tell yourself about. Is this is like psychology whenever you're looking at the visual range. Psychologically, where are people or companies or whatever willing to get into your coin? That's what I use the visual range for. Where is a good spot? Where's a magnetic spot? Where is price going to be important? That kind of thing. And you can tell all that by putting it on. Goes on the side. Great little tool. Last one is going to be KSM. And this is going to be the last one for our new ones. And then I want to go over SHIB and Solana and Litecoin. And that'll probably be it for the show. I like this show. Me and Denny got to hang out. And this is real simple. I like this. I can just go through everything and we can just whoop, information. So let's get KSM, USDT. I want to say I went over this one too, but I just can't. That's like a maybe. So let's see what kind of trend. That's still considered to be an uptrend. It's up higher from where it started. We've had almost a double top here. That's an interesting looking almost double top. price on this mapping got all the way up to 624, lowest is 14, and right now it's on the medium low side of 165 roughly. So I don't know much about KSM. Like I said, I got all these from today. I took the negative, what everything that went was like a 5 to 10% plus. I decided to write down, and these are new ones, and some of these, of course, I've never gone over before. So here we go. Kusama, 165. Somebody saying what is scam, hits 2K by the end of the year, crypto going to the moon, blah, blah, blah. Market cap 1.3 bill. Okay, there you go. There's KSM. All right, let's go over. Let's go over Litecoin. I feel like I don't go over Litecoin that often. Oh, that's right. So, Litecoin is in this channel. I forgot to post about this. So, check out Litecoin right now. This has the possibility of being something big. I actually have an order open right now on my, where is it? On my FTMO MetaTrader, and I have an order open right now for Litecoin. It, of course, is down a bit. I got it right here because this was considered to be a breakout. So since this was a breakout, I decided to jump in. This was not a scalp, so I'm just holding this. It can go as low as it wants, no liquidation. This is just on MetaTrader, so this is not a scalp. This is just a simple trade order. So hopefully it bounces around the front of this triangle and eventually busts out of here. We'll see. That's where it looks like we're at, though, on this flat bottom triangle. So there you go, LTC, Litecoin. We'll see what happens. It is in a triangle pattern. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Going to be looking at it a lot more. We're going to go over SHIB. SHIB is SHIB. SHIB, I traded today. I did a scalp on it, and I'm really not really upset about it. I made a couple hundred, but that's like, man, because I could have made $200 or $300 or even $400 more on top of that, which would have just been, nice. So we developed this triangle. I actually put out a TA that said, look out, we're in a triangle. If we get out of one of these spaces, it could be a good scalping trade. And look, we fell out of the triangle. Me personally, I got in my order right around here early on a 50 times. I made about 150 my first trade and like 250 my next, something like that. As you can see, I think I actually did the smart thing because it does not look like it's staying down too low. Look at that. It actually looks like it's bouncing up, and it bounced off support. That's actually where I put my stop losses, because that's where they're supposed to go with the most recent support. Stop loss, especially TP number one. Take profit number one should always be at the nearest support or resistance from previous. It just makes sense. Even if you only want to take 20% of your trade back or just a little off the top or whatever, it's always good to get a little bit of money, especially to pay for fees or something like that. Take a little off the top, or do what's called a trailing stop loss and move up your stop loss. And this way, that's what I did a couple days ago. This way, you won't lose the trade, you won't lose money. Hopefully, the idea is you still make 10 or 20 bucks by moving your trailing stop loss up. Now, it's trailing, but you control it manually. You have to do it for a lot of these exchanges, especially for futures. You can enter it, but it's not trailing. But there are, of course, other sites that do the trailing stop loss, 3 commas and MetaTrader and whatever other stuff do it. I love the trailing stop loss, but when they don't have them, I do them myself manually. So yeah, SHIB is getting interesting. We do have this weird support point down at 2770-ish. The same kind of thing happened with like Bitcoin, where we broke out Okay, we broke out, got real nice and high up there, and then eventually we got into this triangle pattern, and from the triangle pattern we fell. So we're now in this point where we are bouncing off of this support area right here. I actually wish I would have gotten to see this because I would have loved to have traded this bounce, but it's okay. I didn't get into it. No big deal. We're going to keep going off of SHIB. Everything that we mentioned not long ago with where are good buying points and selling points, which you can actually find on my trading view, that all still stands because we are all within that same area. So again, if you buy now and you wanted to put a stop loss down here somewhere, maybe at like 2222, sure, go right ahead. That's probably a good spot. So it's this whole area. We haven't moved too far out of it. This is pretty much considered box consolidation, right? Let's look. So this is pretty much box consolidation, right? Hopefully we stay inside of this, bounce around, and once we now exit this box is when will probably be the next breakout. And since we have some support and resistance points inside of the triangle, we'll see what happens. I'm sure a new pattern's going to emerge anyway. It already is kind of. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. And of course, I'll be following that. Okay, last one for the day. Let's go over Solana, the big boy. Solana. So now Solana actually broke its reversal point, which means Solana is almost back in. Solana has fallen back below 100. I did not check this out myself. Look at that. So we developed this other channel here. See this channel here? We developed that. Of course, that was a bear channel, just like so many of the other coin. And we then broke out of that bear tunnel for the first time for that since end of December. So that's been a little ways. And now it kind of stinks because we just broke the reversal point. So that means price can go down. So now on a few other things that we're trading, if we remember right here, we keep talking about this like triangle-ish area. What is that, like 30 degrees or something like that? I know they have a tool that lets you see it, the actual degrees projection. I'm gonna say it's 30 degrees. Anyway, the idea is we want to stay on top of that if you're trading it. But of course we broke it, so that could have been a selling point for people, especially if you use this as a breakout. So Solana hopefully will pick up. It's going to depend on what Bitcoin does, really. So it's going to depend what happens, to be honest, there. Well, there you go, guys. Denny, thanks so much for stopping by. For everybody else that popped in and out, glad to see you guys. I hope we filled you in with a little bit of info tonight. My name is DeMarco. This was Conquering Crypto Friday night. We got 50 minutes worth of me bull crapping and talking coin and stuff tonight. So we'll call it since it's not a very busy evening. And we got in some new coin. We got in Rose, CRV, MIOTA, Pickle, QNT, Waves, and KSM. Check those out. And we found that Bitcoin has broken the uptrend line, but Bitcoin I'm not worrying about at the moment at all. Everything to me is still hunky-dory. We are inside this new area of consolidation, and so long as we stay within this for a little bit, I think we'll be just fine. So thanks again, guys. You can find Conquering Crypto on Facebook, TikTok, you know the rest, Discord, Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and if you want to tip me, you can send me something on Venmo. I also accept crypto. So if you want to send me some crypto, that's great too. Thanks so much, guys, and we will see you Tuesday night. And of course, I will still keep everybody updated with what's going on in the market. That's it for now, guys. Peace.